Chuan Yu. That year, the Nie family held a husband selection ceremony. I thought it was your half-sister throwing the embroidered ball. If there's a next life, could you let her have the ball?
Okay, I promise. All our marriage, we respected each other like guests. Only at the end did I realize I was the thief who took the place of his true love.
Open my eyes, and I'm back at the tower. The day of the husband selection.
Shuang, are you really giving me?
Sis, you choose.
Shuang, let me tell you, the secret to choosing a husband really boils down to two things.
What two things?
First, looks. Second, physique. Look at Kui Minga, though not exactly face like jade. He has sharp eyebrows and bright eyes, and carries himself with dignity. He also practices martial arts year-round, stands over 6 feet tall, looks reassuringly strong.
I was married to Kui Zhao for a whole lifetime, so I understood my sister's hints perfectly. But the age gap. Sis, are you sure you've thought this through? He's a widower, you know. He's 32 this year. His son is our age.
So what? He hasn't remarried. His household is clean, not even a concubine or mistress. And he raised his son alone. That just shows he's a man of firm character. What's more, he was on the battlefield. So his body is rock solid, compared to those good-for-nothings in the capital. He's way stronger. You see Kui Zhao over there? He's young all right, but look at his legs, thinner than his old man's arms. His body's so thin. Who knows, one gust of wind, and he's gone.
Sis.
Little sis. When it's your turn to throw the ball, you must look carefully. Do not throw it to him. Got it?
Got it. Don't worry, sis. I always thought I was the villain who broke up a loving couple, ruining her and my sister's perfect match. But I never expected the Ni Qing Yue he'd pined for his whole life didn't even see him.
My fault. All my fault. I shouldn't have been so eager to meet my future daughter-in-law, and pushed my way to the front.
Duke Chui. Miss Ni must have slipped up. This embroidered ball was clearly meant for Prince Chui Zhao, right?
Miss Ni. Since this ball was thrown to me, I'll take it as accepted. I'll go back to the mansion and prepare. I'll go propose to the Ni family immediately.
I didn't throw it wrong. The one who caught it is your father. Prince Kui, wouldn't it be good if I became your mother?
I've never seen Kui Zhao so desperate. Even in my past life, after he caught my embroidered ball, when he realized he'd been tricked, he wasn't as devastated as he is now. The legitimate son of the Kui family, full of talent, was the husband every noble lady in the capital wanted. At that time, when I learned he'd caught the ball, I was truly happy inside. But the way he held the ball showed no willingness at all. I don't understand. If he didn't want to marry me, why did he come to catch it? Those who could enter this tower had all submitted their requests early, and my parents had carefully checked their character and appearance. Everyone present today is all men willing to marry a Miss Ni. But I really can't understand why, after he caught the ball, there wasn't a trace of joy on his face. Could it be that he thinks I'm not pretty enough? Prince Kui, are you unwilling to marry me? If you truly don't want to, I'll go tell my parents that I just slipped earlier. We'll call off this engagement. My parents love me and my half-sister, If I refuse this marriage, father will just scold me with a straight face, make me kneel in the ancestral hall for a night, then grumble and leave to fix everything for me. So I'm not worried. I just want an honest answer from Kui Zhao. It's about my entire future.
You're so rude. You caught the ball, and now you put on this troubled, pathetic deadpan face. It makes it look like no one wants the Ni daughters, like we can be bullied. That's just shameless.
Miss, you misunderstand. Since I accepted your embroidered ball, I, Kui, will follow heaven's will and marry you.
Prince Kui. Do you want to marry me? I wanted it to be of his own free will, not forced. He's always been known for his talent. And he's clever. There's no way he didn't understand what I meant.
Yes, I want to marry you.
Back then, I thought that want meant mutual affection, that he was happy too. But it wasn't until much later that I learned he actually really didn't want to marry me. He was just afraid of breaking off the engagement, because in my sister's eyes, he'd be a man who goes back on his word. So he swallowed his broken heart and agreed to the marriage.
These are the housekeeper's keys and account books. From now on, you'll handle all household matters.
On our wedding night, he handed over the management to me. The servants treated me with utmost respect. On the 1st and 15th of every month, without fail, he'd come to my room for meals. To outsiders, our life seemed perfectly happy, but I knew he didn't love me. Because he didn't love me, he ignored all my grievances.
Is this how the Ni family raises their daughters? Elders are present, and you don't even pay your respects? Do you think that just because you hold the keys, you're the boss of this house?
Aunt, Shuang Yue was on her way to the accounting office. I didn't mean to be rude.
Don't use work as an excuse. If it weren't for you butting in, my daughter would be the princess consort. Look at your seductive face, it's depressing just to look at.
Husband, today Aunt humiliated me in public under the corridor. She even insulted the Ni family's upbringing. Can you talk to her?
Shuang Yue, I don't have many relatives. Aunt has treated me like her own since I was little. In this house, besides me, she's closest to you.
But she was clearly deliberately provoking me.
She's an elder and a bit hot-tempered. You're the lady of the house, you should be more tolerant. Don't give people something to gossip about over such a trifle.
Ruin that vixen face of yours, and see if Zhao still keeps you.
What are you doing? Ni Shuangyue, Aunt is an elder after all. How could you push her?
There wasn't a hint of pity in his eyes. He was just weighing the pros and cons. Thinking about how to soothe me. So that I wouldn't have to wear this scar. And run crying back to my family. To have my parents and sisters back me up.
This time, Aunt really went too far. I'll keep her in line, no more letting her misbehave. Go back to your room and apply the medicine. Don't let it leave a scar.
Kui Zhao. Seeing me hurt. Would you feel heartache? Even just a little.
I'm sorry. Aunt has already been sent back to her hometown. Keep these things. Consider it a comfort.
You're thoughtful, my husband. After all, I am his wife in name. He protects me, to uphold the honor of the Kui family. And to maintain his dignity as a husband. He will protect me, but he simply won't love me. I've been terrified of thunder since childhood. In the past, mother would hold me in her arms. Father would stay with me all night. And my unreliable sister.
Shuang, don't be scared. Sister is here.
The rain is too heavy, go and close the windows tightly. Don't let the cold in and catch a chill.
Husband? I'm really scared. Can you stay with me?
You have several maids from your dowry. They're all waiting outside. Let them accompany you.
Madam. The young master has already left. I'll stay here with you.
No need. As a married couple, passionate love is a lifetime. Respectful distance is also a lifetime. Since he cannot give love, then I will withdraw all my love and just be the rightful Madam Kui of this residence. Young master, here is next month's expenditure list. Please take a look.
Madam, your work I naturally trust.
From then on, I maintained a polite distance with him for a lifetime. Until the end of our days.
Shuang Yue. Shuang Yue, that year, the Nie family was seeking a son-in-law. I thought it was your half-sister throwing the silk ball. She has always been the only one in my heart. If there is a next life, could you let her have the silk ball?
Yes. I promise you.
Starting over once more, Kui Zhao, you still can't have your wish. Since you wanted to give the bouquet to your sister, I'll grant your wish. But can you bear the consequences?
What are you waiting for? Quickly invite the honored guest who caught the bouquet to come up. Set the wedding date.
Miss Nee. I just made a momentary oversight. That's why I mistakenly caught the bouquet. I am old and advanced in years. I am truly unworthy as a match.
Our Nee family is seeking a husband, though it wasn't specified which young lady would be married off. But whether you came or not, our family never forced anyone. Now, you, in front of the entire capital city's people, caught my bouquet. But now you're up here kicking up a fuss to back out. Duke Kui, you keep saying you're unworthy. Is it because you think my status as a concubine-born daughter is unworthy of your ducal mansion?
No. I absolutely did not mean that. Miss Nie misunderstands. I came today only to see if my Zhao could catch the bouquet. In this life, I never thought about taking another wife. Miss Nie, you are still young. If you insist on marrying an old man like me, you'll only be the one suffering in the days ahead.
Father is right. Miss Nee. This marriage is not a game.
But I am willing. I don't care that you're old. I think you're perfect in every way. Anyway, since you caught my bouquet in public, from this moment on, you are my husband.
Miss Nee. My father truly never intended to remarry. If the Nee family believes that the Chui family's action has damaged your reputation and feels we must make amends, I am willing to marry you. I promise you, I will never take a concubine in this life, nor will there be children from other women, everything in the manner.
But I only want to be your mother. Young Master Kui, I'm actually a good person. If I become your stepmother, I will treat you as my own. Later, I will give you several younger siblings. Your ducal mansion is so cold and quiet, wouldn't that liven it up a bit?
What? What is this all about? I really shouldn't have left the house today.
Sister, please stop teasing Duke Sui and young Master Sui. Sister, have you had enough fun? The commotion at the embroidered tower father and mother must already know. They're probably preparing the family punishment right now. If we don't go back soon, that punishment won't be a joke.
True, kneeling in the ancestral hall all night only makes your legs hurt. Getting whipped will have you bedridden for half a month. Duke Kui, if you really don't want to marry me, I, Ni Qingyu, am not one to force others. I certainly won't force you into marriage. However, there's plenty of time ahead, the days to come along. Who knows, one day, you might suddenly change your mind.
Miss Nee.
Go downstairs and prepare the carriage. Send away the onlookers around. Since you, the prince, have followed me here, is there something important you want to tell me?
Sister. You two talk. I'll go wait in the carriage first.
Shuang Shuang is my biological sister. In this world, there's nothing she can't hear. If you, the prince, find it inconvenient to speak, then just don't speak at all. Let's go.
Wait, I'll talk. When I was 7, I went to a banquet with my father. I was surrounded and bullied by several boys my age. They pointed at my nose, cursed that I killed my mother, called me a jinx. I fought them. My face was injured. Afraid my father would scold me, I hid alone in the rockery and cried in secret. At that time, I really missed my mom. Just then, a little girl like a fairy ran in. She saw me crying, so she drew a fairy on paper and gave it to me. She said the person in the painting was my mother. She said my mother missed me very much and loved me very much.
So, you're telling us all this, want me to praise you for having a tough childhood? Or praise the little girl's amazing drawing skills?
Rockery, fairy painting. It was him.
It's been so long, I can't remember what she looked like. Luckily, she left this painting. The person in the painting is clearly you. Qing'er, even though 10 years have passed, I still recognized you at first sight in the crowd.
I don't remember. Return to the mansion. Wait, no. That painting looks so familiar to me. Shuang Shuang, the eyes and brows in that painting, I feel like I've seen them somewhere. Did you see clearly just now? Ni Shuang Yu.
Sister, what are you doing?
I knew it. No wonder that painting looked so familiar. The style, the brush strokes. In the entire capital, besides you, this painting-obsessed little money grubber, who else could have painted it? You drew his deceased mother. To cheer him up, that's fine, I'll count it as your good deed for the day. But now he blurts it out. Why did you draw my face? Look at him, now he's all clingy and persistent. Are you trying to ruin me?
Mom, I miss my mom. I really miss her. Little brother, don't cry, you look so pitiful. I can draw portraits. How about I draw a picture of your mother? You can look at the portrait. It'll be like she's still with you, okay?
Shuang Shuang, let's go. Mother is looking for you. Let's go pick flowers in the back garden.
I was young then. I was so caught up in fun, that in no time, I completely forgot about it. If Kui Zhao hadn't brought it up today, I would never have remembered in my whole life. That little boy.
Yes, it's fate.
Fate? I think it's a curse. Sister. Why are you still hitting me?
I'm hitting some sense into you. You haven't confessed yet. Back then, you did a good deed. Couldn't you have drawn anyone else? Why did you have to draw my face?
It's really not my fault. Well, he said his mother was a fairy from heaven. But I was only 5 then. How could I have seen a fairy? You were at home every day back then, saying you were a fairy descended to earth. You insisted you had a mission to undergo trials in the mortal world, and you made me every time I saw you kneel and make wishes. So I thought, a fairy and a fairy must look exactly the same. That's why I drew your face. Who knew? Your fairy status was self-proclaimed. Wasted. I knelt to you so many times back then. And made all those wishes seriously. Not one came true. Liar.
Things from when we were kids. Why bring that up? So Kui Zhao, that fool, based on this drawing, mistook me for you.
Yes. No wonder, no wonder. In my past life, I racked my brains but couldn't figure out why someone as calm as him would be so devoted to my sister. Loving her without regret to that extent. So the root of everything was just because of that portrait I casually drew.
I knew it. Just now, I sincerely offered to be his mother. Why did he look like he was struck by lightning? So it's because he mistook me for someone else. He thought I was the lifesaver he's been thinking about for 10 years. Little did they know, the one who actually drew and saved him was you. He is truly blind and foolish. He's blind as a bat. Shuang Shuang, tell your sister. Do you like young Master Kui?
No. I used to think he was handsome. And he's the heir. If I caught the ball, it would be a match made in heaven. Marrying him, I wouldn't be mistreated. But if a person doesn't have you in their heart, no matter how dignified the life is, it's just stagnant water. That kind of trivial affection will wear away to nothing. You can rest assured. In this life, I will never become your daughter-in-law.
What a pity. I really wanted to treat Shuang Shuang like my own daughter. The wealth of the Kui Duke's mansion is enough for us to squander for a lifetime. Shuang Shuang, forgive my nagging. This man, Kui Zhao, I just took a good look at him. Although his looks and family are impeccable, and his reputation is good. But marriage, it's what happens behind closed doors that truly matters. Look at his waist, he's too skinny. What am I rambling about? You've only just become an adult, raised in the inner chambers. How would you know about such things?
Sister, not only do I understand, I've even experienced it firsthand. In my past life, I was his wife for a lifetime. Even though it was lukewarm, the proper rituals were never lacking. But until his death, I never conceived a child.
The young madam has a very strong constitution, rosy complexion, and is very fertile. As for children,
Sister is right. One must indeed be careful about such matters.
That's right. If you're looking for a match in the future, just come ask me if the man is good. Sister, I can tell with one glance, almost perfectly.
Fine. Just great. I had Shuang throw the embroidered ball. But what happened? The ball went to Qingyue, and then she tossed it right into Duke Chui's arms.
Oh my god. If word gets out, we'll lose all face. Eldest miss. You've really ruined your younger sister.
Ni Shuang Yue. Today is your day to throw the embroidered ball and find a husband. That's a major event deciding your future. How dare you go along with your sister's mischief? And you, Ni Qingjue, I've worried myself sick over you. I specially consulted a master fortune teller. He said your star of love is dim this year, not suitable for marriage, so I braved the pressure and postponed your marriage, planning to let you choose next year. Why are you so disobedient?
Speaking now would only add fuel to the fire. Better to shut up and save my own skin.
Enough. Get out of my sight. Just looking at you makes my heart ache. Go, get to the ancestral hall and kneel before the ancestors. Without my word, no one is allowed to let them out.
Ancestors, please bless us. Dad is really angry this time. I hope he doesn't come check on us in the middle of the night.
This is much more comfortable. Compared to all those formalities outside. I'd rather kneel in the ancestral hall every day.
Sister, I was so busy with the embroidered ball thing at noon today I didn't even get a sip of water. Now my stomach is burning, I'm starving.
Hungry? That's nothing. Wait here. Good thing I was prepared. This ancestral hall of ours, we end up here a few times every month. I've been smart about it. I secretly hid some flatbread here. This stuff keeps the longest. I replace it with fresh ones every month without fail. We won't go hungry for sure.
No wonder you're our Neve family's little troublemaker. Sis, you've really mastered kneeling in the ancestral hall. You even prepare ahead of time. Little sis here admits defeat.
True, but Shuang, you're clever too. You've always cared about our knees since we were kids. You had someone change these kneeling mats on purpose, thick and soft. Compared to the junk the old man used to prepare, they're 100 times more comfortable.
Stop praising me. It's basically like sitting on a couch. Enough of that. Sis, tell me honestly, why do you insist on marrying Cui Minghe?
Because in this capital, power is your backbone. Ordinary people can only be pushed around. He's a duke. High status. In this capital, besides the imperial family, who doesn't have to bow to him? Even our parents have to lower their heads when they see him.
But Kui Ming is a known womanizer. Rumors say he frequents brothels. He has a bad reputation. Sis, you know this, so why still choose him?
A good reputation, without power. In the end, you're just a pawn to be sacrificed. I never wanted a good man. I wanted the protection of the Duke's mansion, once I marry into the Kui family. From then on in this capital, no one will dare to push me around or humiliate me.
I get it. Sis, you've seen through it all. Stability in this world never comes from being gentle and kind.
My Shuang, you've finally grown up a little. Shuang, do you think your sister is a bad, vain woman?
Of course not. I admire you too much. I admire how clear-headed you are. You always know what you want. Sister Su was just as clear-headed. Because I married Kui Zhao. She never entangled with her brother-in-law. Instead, she chose to enter the palace.
Frost, look at these palace walls. Even if I gain power over the world, I'll never have freedom again.
Back then, she rose from a low-ranked concubine to a noble consort. She was so greedy. She wanted power, but she wanted freedom even more. But young men are always unreliable. They change and betray at any moment. So this time, she picked Kui Minghe. He's older, so he'll die sooner. And no mother-in-law to harass her. Plus, there's already a child to rely on. That's the freedom she wanted. Sister. There's always a chance of something unexpected. What if, after marrying Cui Ming, he suddenly meets some woman out there, thinks she's stunning, and insists on bringing her home as a concubine? What if he gets soft in the head, and lets that woman walk all over you, bully you? Then what would you do?
Then I'd just pour a bowl of poison down his throat. He's old anyway. Looks sturdy on the outside. But who knows if he's weak on the inside? If he suddenly kicks the bucket, nobody would suspect a thing. That woman from the brothel. The emperor really has no judgment. He actually made her a consort, and lets her throw her weight around the harem. She tried to set me up and failed, and then went crying to that old fool, making a huge scene, accusing me of jealousy. That old fool didn't even investigate, and actually scolded me in public.
Have you heard? They say she brought some disease. The emperor got sick, and that's why he died in a hurry.
Once he died, the new emperor took the throne. Sister became the noble consort dowager. Everyone who had bullied her ended up in her hands. Settle scores with those who wronged her, pay back grudges. It was quite satisfying. After all, I still don't see things as clearly as my sister does. If only I'd known. I would have fed Kui Zhao a bowl of poison too. In my past life, he married me like a mute. Once home, he was like a dead man, coldly watching me suffer humiliation. He let that crazy aunt of his abuse me. Destroy my face. Life is so long. And I actually endured it all. It just shows I was way too kind in my past life. Kind to the point of weakness. Sis, you have connections. Do you know where I can get something that works without a trace?
Shwang shwang. Why are you asking? Be good. That poison is no joke. Remember this. If your future husband ever mistreats you, if he dares to let you suffer the slightest grievance, I'll handle it myself. I won't dirty your hands. Shwang shwang's hands are meant for painting. Shwang shwang, are you listening? Today is the Emperor's Longevity Festival. There are banquets at the palace, out on the streets. It's even livelier than daytime. Performances and fireworks you never see are all out now. I heard that. The fireworks will last all night.
But we're still kneeling in the ancestral hall. If father finds out.
What's there to fear? Tonight there's no curfew in the capital. Let's climb over the wall, have fun, and come back. No one will know.
Sis, may you have many more years like this. May every year be like today.
There, eat your sister's candy. From now on, your days will be all sweetness. Watch where you're going. What's the rush?
My money pouch. It's gone.
Well, you've messed with the wrong person.
Thief, stop, thief.
Little miss, with your fancy clothes? You probably don't care about a few coins. But you just had to chase after me and court death. Since you're so attached to your money, don't blame me for selling you for a bigger profit.
Boss, this delicate-skinned goods, the nobles in the capital love this kind. Definitely a premium catch.
Although I've lived one life. In both lives combined, I was just a sheltered lady who never left the inner chambers. This kind of filthy gutter business, I'd never faced it before.
You better behave.
Little sister Shuangyue, long time no see.
Wenjung, it really is you.
What, 5 years apart, and little sister Shuangyue can't even remember what your neighbor brother looks like?
The Wen family and mine were just one wall apart. Back then, there wasn't much of a gender divide. He was always climbing roofs, teasing dogs, the most troublesome little devil in the whole alley. Even more rambunctious than my sister. Our families were very close. My parents even considered arranging a child betrothal. But before I came of age, he was all fired up, saying he wanted to be a general at the border, protect the country. And then 5 years passed. I thought young General Wen had forgotten the way back to the capital.
Forget who? I could never forget little sister Shuangyue. But it seems if I had been one step later, you would have been sold.
Thank you, General Wen, for saving my life.
Shuang, you scared me to death. As soon as the crowd surged, you disappeared. This place is so remote. I was so afraid something happened to you. I was terrified I'd lost you.
Don't worry, sister. I'm fine. I did run into some kidnappers. But luckily when Zheng was here, he saved me.
Look at you, kid, you've grown so tall. Finally decided to drag your ass back from the border.
Long time no see, sister Qingyue. You dropped something. Keep it safe.
Thanks. I'll buy you a drink later.
What are you doing?
Marquis Quee's son. What the hell are you on about in the middle of the night?
You just casually accepted something from him? Miss Nee, please have some self-respect. So late at night, if anyone finds out you secretly accepted jewelry from another man, it would do serious damage to your reputation.
Marquis Quee's son. Are you addicted to lecturing people? This hairpin was mine. It fell on the ground, and General Wen picked it up for me. How is that secretly accepting jewelry?
Regardless, since my father accepted your embroidered ball, our families are already engaged. This is a marriage bond. I'm not an outsider. I'm saying this only to protect your reputation. That's all.
So you're doing this for my own good? Since it's for my own good, then is your father here? Duke Kui, tonight is the Emperor's birthday. It's very lively outside. There have been many kidnappers in the capital lately. Just now my little sister almost got into trouble. You wouldn't want to see me, such a delicate young lady, get caught by bad guys, would you? Come on, take me to the Lantern Festival.
What my sister said makes sense. The capital is really chaotic tonight. Since General Wen has returned to the capital, I wonder if you'd accompany me to see the Lantern Festival.
It would be my pleasure. I dared not ask. Please, Sister Shuangyue.
Miss Ni, the capital has been really unsafe lately. You saw it yourself. Those kidnappers just now were so blatant. Miss Ni's elder sister is lively by nature. She hates being stuck in the courtyard all day. Please, Miss Ni, keep an eye on her in the future. Don't let her get into danger again.
Young Master Kui, aren't you overstepping your bounds? She is my own sister. In this world, no one wishes for her well-being more than I do. These family matters. Don't need an outsider like you to specifically remind me.
I just don't want anything to happen to her.
Young Master Kui, do you really like my elder sister that much?
Love her, I really do. From the moment she, like a little fairy, appeared before me, I have liked her deeply. In this life, my heart can no longer hold anyone else.
A fairy? It shows there's something wrong with your eyes. You can't even recognize your own savior. Let's go.
Miss Ni. Your elder sister. Has the eldest Miss Ni come back to find you?
What did you say? Didn't my sister go with you to the Lantern Festival? Where is she? Lord Kui, you lost her.
What happened to the eldest Miss Ni? Father, speak clearly.
Just now, I and the eldest Miss Nye had a few arguments about the marriage matter. She ran off in a fit of anger. I intended to chase after her, but the street on the Emperor's birthday was really crowded, bustling with people. In the blink of an eye, she was gone.
The capital has been unsafe lately. Kidnappers are everywhere, preying on people. Didn't Lord Ni inform you? Knowing it's dangerous outside, why did you come out to play tonight? By your side, you didn't even bring any protective servants. It's one thing that Xing'er is lively, but I thought you were more prudent. Today I specifically asked you to look after her. I didn't expect you would so indulge her to leave the mansion for fun. Now she's missing in such a place. If anything really happens to her, Ni Xuanyue, can you bear the responsibility?
Cui Zhao, Ni Qingyue is my own sister. After all, this is the Ni family's business. What does it have to do with an outsider named Kui like you? Putting that aside, even if there really is a relationship, my elder sister had her eye on Chui Guogong. And he's the one who caught the ball. I follow my sister's generational rank, so you must respectfully address me as aunt. Is this how you treat your elders, with such disrespect?
Ni Shuangyue? Your sister is missing, fate unknown, and you're still arguing about seniority? Saying such cold-hearted words. Are you truly so cold and heartless?
That's still better than you, blind in heart and eyes. If my sister really ran into kidnappers, every minute late adds more danger. Kui Shizi, instead of arguing with me here, you'd better go find her quickly. Wen Zheng, let's go this way.
Over there, after them.
Don't let that little tramp get away.
Qingyue,
Jing'er? Where are you? All these years, I've been looking for her, never daring to stop, even though it's been 10 years. Her appearance has changed a lot. I still recognized her at first glance in the crowd. I ask for nothing else. Even if she ignores me or doesn't choose me. I only wish for her, in this life, to be safe and smooth. But why? Why such a trivial wish won't heaven grant me?
Chui Zhao, is it because of this portrait that you fell in love with Ni Qingyue? Yes. Back then in the rockery, when the whole world had abandoned me. She was the only one who came in. I was dirty and sick at that time. To comfort me, she painted this portrait with her own hands and gave it to me. For these 10 years, I've carried it with me every moment, cherishing it deeply. Every stroke in this painting is the affection she had for me back then. Wait, Chui Zhao, did you just say that this portrait was painted by Ni Qingyue?
Of course it was her. Who else would, when I was at my lowest, paint a portrait like this to comfort me?
We've known each other since we were kids. I know Ni Qingyue's character all too well. If you gave her a paintbrush, she'd draw turtles and tortoises all over my face. Music, chess, calligraphy, painting, she couldn't stand any of them. In the whole Ni family, only Shuangyue can paint a portrait this well. Only Sister Shuangyue. Kui Zhao. I'm curious. Do you love the person in this painting, or do you love the one who painted it for you?
What's the difference? Aren't they both Qing'er?
Then, if the painting had been of someone else, would you also have fallen for that someone else?
No. What I love is the little girl who stayed with me in the rockery. That girl gave me a reason to live. Even if back then she had painted an ugly monster or a celestial beauty, it's her, and only her.
Since you're convinced the person in the painting is her, then let this secret stay buried in your belly. In this life, I don't want any more entanglements with Kui Zhao. Sister. Sister, where are you?
Down here. We're down here. Help.
Father.
Don't panic. Over here. Go get some rope and a rope ladder.
Yes.
Kui Minga, we've been through life and death together. I'll ask you one last time. Will you marry me?
Miss Ni. I'm a dull man. Are you still willing? Besides keeping you company, all I have left is vulgar gold and silver. I also have a son. Have you thought all this through? Are you really still willing to marry me?
What a coincidence. I neither care for fame nor for wealth. I just want someone to keep me company. And maybe a bit of vulgar gold and silver on the side. And I'm really afraid of pain. I don't want to go through the pain of childbirth. Having one ready-made is just fine.
I've told you over and over this year is not a good time for you to marry. This talisman must be carried on you every day. I ask for nothing else but that the gods protect you. May your marriage be smooth and happy.
I'll remember, Mother. Shuang Shuang, do I look beautiful today?
Sister, you're the most beautiful bride in the capital. But from now on, if we get into trouble again, in this empty ancestral hall, I'll probably be the only one kneeling.
Once I'm gone, you should start thinking about marriage too. I think that Wen Zheng guy is pretty good. He's been following you around since we were kids. His whole heart is set on you. Remember a few years ago, when we read those picture books under the covers? You casually said, you like the great generals who fought in battles. The very next day, without a word, he went off to the battlefield. Shuang Shuang, Wen Zheng, we know him inside out. Compared to those dandies in the capital, he's 100 times better. Though we're not blood sisters, we're as close as can be. If you have feelings for him too, don't hesitate. But I've got a backup plan for you too. If he ever wrongs you, I'll help you destroy him. If he ever betrays you, or makes you suffer even a little, this thing I have with me can take his life anytime.
Sister? Who's there?
No one knows my father better than I do. He really is a great hero on the battlefield, a good man in the eyes of the world. But he may not be a good husband. Xingye is pure-hearted. If she marries him, she'll definitely suffer a lot later on. I can't watch her walk into a trap.
So you're going to steal the bride?
Steal the bride? On the wedding day, in front of everyone? It's too late for that. It would completely ruin her reputation. So I have to ask Miss Ni II to bear this. Today, you take her place in the bridal sedan. Once you become my nominal mother and enter the Kui family mansion, I will treat you with great respect. Consider it repayment for today's favor.
Kui Zhao. How dare you?
Today's marriage is settled. The entire capital is watching. If something goes wrong now, the world won't blame me. They'll only say Ni Qingyue has an unlucky birth chart that brings harm to family and friends. The world has always been harsh on women. If I don't do this, her life would be ruined. So it has to be you instead.
To protect her reputation, you're willing to ruin my life. Kui Zhao, you're absolutely insane.
Sorry, I don't want to harm you either. But I have to protect Xingyue.
I'm in a bridal sedan.
Ni Shuangyue, you're crazy. Now, the sedan chair has already entered my Kui family gate. Everything is settled. Even if you shout in public now that you're not Ni Qingyue, do you think any of these people would believe you? After all, today, the Nie family only announced one daughter's marriage. If you make a scene, it's your own reputation that gets destroyed.
Kui Zhao. I truly regret comforting you.
You. What did you say?
Shuang. Shuang, are you okay? Did he do anything to you? Kui Zhao, are you even human? How could you do something like this?
Qingyue. Don't you really understand? I did all this for you. I want you to be happy. Is that wrong?
Say your so-called, for my own good, means in broad daylight, kidnapping my own sister, to indulge your disgusting affection. You have to ruin my sister's life?
I had no choice. In that situation, I had to protect you first.
My silly sister, back then in the rockery. Really shouldn't have painted that painting for you.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean she painted that picture for me? Qingyue. The painting from the rockery back then, didn't you paint it for me yourself?
Young Master Kui, are you truly blind and foolish beyond help? I've since I was young, always hated things like music, chess, calligraphy, and painting. I can't even thread a needle without tangling it. How could I paint myself that beautifully? The girls of the Ni family are the best, of course. She painted it. My younger sister's paintings are famous in the capital for being excellent. Back then, she saw you crying like a stray dog. So she took pity and gave you that painting.
Ni Xuanyue, the girl in the rockery who stayed with me, who comforted me, was really you?
So what if it was? Seeing how you are today, like some crazed lunatic, Kui Zhao, I wish I had never comforted you.
How dare you? Switching brides and kidnapping a fiancé? You've disgraced the Kui family completely.
Karma. I had a fortune teller calculate it long ago. He said Chinga shouldn't marry this year. But no, you wouldn't listen. Look, in the end, something bad happened.
Mother, please stop crying. Kui Minga wouldn't dare not marry me. They'll just postpone the wedding a few days, and then redo it. I just feel bad for my foolish sister. After this whole mess with Kui Zhao, the gossips in the capital will surely spread all kinds of stories. I wonder what Shuang will do from now on.
What's there to fear? I'll just never get married in my life. I'll stay home with mom and dad, and be a dutiful daughter forever. Isn't that fine?
What nonsense are you talking? If you don't marry, everyone in the capital will gossip until you drown in their saliva. The Ni family can't afford such disgrace. And you can't bear that shame.
Then who can I marry? At this point, any family that values its reputation will probably.
Master, mistress, the Wen family. Someone from the Wen family has come. They say they're here to propose marriage for their son.
Wen family. Wen Zheng.
Marry whom?
They want to marry our second young lady.
See, Shuang, I told you long ago that Wen Zheng likes you. See, he's come running to save the day.
I know why you've come, no need to beat around the bush. Wen Zheng. Do you like me?
Yes. I've always liked you.
Alright, since you want to marry me, I have questions to ask first. Men in this world rarely go without taking concubines. I've seen too many sisters treasured before marriage, but after marriage, forced to watch their husbands take one concubine after another, even letting concubines trample over the wife and act arrogantly. Can you promise that you'll never favor concubines over your wife? Never let those messy women bully me.
Don't worry, you're the only one for me in this life. I'll never take a concubine. If I break my word, may 1,000 arrows pierce my heart and die a miserable death.
In my past life I lost to so-called destined marriage. This life, even if men are fickle, I still want to gamble for myself. Fine, I accept this marriage.
Good, the auspicious day your mother picked anew will surely ensure your lifelong peace.
Shuang Yue. I finally married you.
Young Master QI, you can't go in. Tonight is our general's wedding.
Ni Xuan Yue, I want to see you. I have something to ask you. Why did you marry him? No. Why? Why are you so heartless? You knew I've been looking for you for 10 years. Why don't you love me?
Kui Zhao. You are so blind and heartless. You don't even know who you truly love, can't figure it out. How dare you blame me for being heartless? In my past life, I treated him with respect, though I didn't love him, I didn't hate him. But this time his willingness to ruin someone's life for his own selfish desires has made me truly despise him. Kui Zhao, with such a wicked heart no one will love you.
Throw him out.
Shuang, once I whispered in his ear. That old man relented. Our youngest son will be the rightful duke from now on. Kui Zhao's heir position has already been replaced. I sent him to the countryside to farm. He's never allowed back in the capital. He nearly ruined you back then. As his stepmother, of course I won't let him off.
Shuangyue, she saved my life at the border. Her background is pitiful. I want to keep her in the household and take her as a noble concubine.
As you wish. Men's vows are always broken. I gambled this once, and in the end, I lost.
Frost Moon, she just slipped up while playing around. She meant no harm. You're a generous person. Just bear with it. She had a rough life. No wonder she's a bit sensitive. Frost Moon, for the peace of this household. Bear with it one last time. Sister is right. A man who doesn't obey is useless alive.
Greetings, Lady Dowager.
Easy now, there's plenty of time ahead.
Thought after picking the best one out there, turned out to be a bad seed. Locking servants in the mansion, for his own pleasure. Kui Minga, you're inhuman. Good thing I took justice into my own hands. Those poor women. Finally got to go home. she still doesn't know that she's just a substitute. Her true feelings. All given to this madman for nothing. I left the medicine for you. Whether to use it or not depends on your fate.
What are you standing there daydreaming for? You look off. What happened?
Nothing. Just woke up too early today. Feeling a bit dizzy.
You're so weak. If you can't work, go rest inside.
He married you. Only to use you as a substitute for someone else. Can you accept that for your whole life?
Frost moon. Why are you so cruel?
This heart was given to the wrong person after all.
Time to get up and cook.
Her pulse shows signs of death. She probably won't make it past 3 days.
No. How could this happen? Why does everyone leave me? Ni Qing Yue, you ruined me. I'm taking you back to the capital. I want that woman who ruined my life to see with her own eyes the destruction she caused.
Grandma, look at the flowers. Yeah, I picked. Aren't they beautiful?
Yair, slow down. Be careful, you might fall.
They're beautiful. Everything our Yair picks is beautiful.
Madam, the elders of the Wen clan have suddenly arrived and are waiting in the front hall. They say they have a matter of utmost importance that they must discuss with you in person.
What must come will come, there's no avoiding it. Take the children to the back garden to play. Without my permission, no one may come out.
Shuangyu, it's been 3 years since when Zheng passed away. You, a woman, running the entire general's residence day after day, with you in charge of everything, this is not sustainable.
Elder, that's an interesting way to put it. I am Wen Zhang's lawfully wedded wife. And I am a first-rank lady bestowed by the emperor himself. This general's mansion is the legacy my husband earned with his life. I am the mistress of this house. Why can't I run it?
That may be true, but when Zhang's death was suspicious, there have long been rumors in the capital that you are unlucky and bring bad luck to your husband. Moreover, the 2 children you adopted have no blood relation to the family. We don't even know where they came from.
The massive fortune of this general's mansion should be inherited by the Wen family's legitimate descendants.
I wonder, which legitimate descendant are you referring to?
Elder here, together with several other elders, have carefully selected a few young men from the Wen clan's collateral branches. Each is of good character, intelligent, and talented. If they are adopted under Wen Jing's name, to inherit the general's mansion and property, that would be most suitable.
These people you spoke of, Elder. I have indeed heard of them. Wen Hu from the eldest branch last year, in order to seize land, drove a tenant farmer's daughter to her death. Now grass has grown tall on her grave. Wen Bao from the second branch at the gambling house in the south of the city, lost 3,000 silver taels in one night. To this day, creditors are still blocking his door every day, demanding payment. As for Wen Long of the third branch, he's even the kind who would beat and drive away his own wife, a true scoundrel. With such moral integrity, such intelligence, if the ancestors of the Wen family knew, they'd be utterly disgraced.
Ni Shuangyu, don't slander me. Even if these juniors have some faults, it's still better than you, an outsider woman, occupying the Wen family's property.
An outsider? I married into the Wen family for 15 years, I observed mourning for Wen Zheng for 3 years, raised his children, managed the estate's messy accounts, and now in the eyes of you elders, I've become an outsider. When Wen Zheng led the army into battle, who sold off all her dowry overnight to raise funds for him? Who, when he died on the battlefield, and the household was in panic, held up the entire general's mansion? Who remained chaste for him and rejected marriage proposals from many noble families? You're making such a big scene today only because Wen Zheng is gone, and you think a widow like me is easy to bully, and you want to use the clan's name to carve up the general's estate.
Today, did we forget to lock the gate of the general's mansion? How come wild birds of all ages are flying in and squawking? Why aren't you elders home playing with your grandchildren, enjoying your old age? And instead have time to come to my sister's place, to blame her? A bunch of misfits on that roster. Do they deserve to inherit the general's place? Elder, you're not really senile, unable to tell good from bad?
Ni Ching Yue, this is one family business. It's not your place to meddle.
Outsider. Shuang Yu is my own blood sister. Her business is my business. Besides, I am now the Grand Lady of the Duke of Kui's mansion. Even the Emperor yields to me. In this capital, who dares call me an outsider? I'm laying down the law today. Whoever dares lay a finger on my sister, I'll make his entire clan suffer. Don't think I don't know what you old fools are scheming. You see that General Wen is gone, so you team up to carve up the general's estate. Let me tell you, as long as I, Ni Qingyu, live, you can forget it. Steward, please show these elders out for the old madam. Don't dirty the grounds of the general's manor.
Sister, sorry to trouble you again.
Silly girl, no need to be polite with me. If only you'd listened to me back then. But those old geezers won't let it go. Today was just an excuse. We need to prepare early. We must not let them win.
Since those two women are so ungrateful, don't blame us for being ruthless.
Seizing the estate, bullying the clan, bringing bad luck to her husband. If we pin these charges on her, even the emperor can't save her.
Old madam, rumors are flying everywhere. They say the censorate has already drafted a memorial to impeach you. What should we do?
Don't panic. Go fetch all the ledgers of the general's estate from these past years. Not a single entry can be missing. Then take the evidence I had you collect on those Wen family branch members who committed crimes, rape, looting, and such, and double-check it all. Since they want to make trouble, I'll give them a big gift.
Your Majesty, I impeach the widow of Wen Zheng, the woman Ni, for seizing the estate of a meritorious general, bullying the wealthy clan, and behaving abominably. It's unheard of. Please, Your Majesty, revoke the general's title to uphold court discipline.
Your Majesty, have mercy. Please, Your Majesty, do justice for the Wen family.
General Wen was a hero of the state. Lady Ni is a first-rank titled lady. What do you, my ministers, think about this?
Your Majesty, I believe Lady Ni is virtuous and kind. When General Wen went on campaign, she sold her dowry to support the army. After General Wen died for the country, she held the household together alone. The censor's accusations might be biased.
This is a letter of apology submitted by Lady Nie herself. Absurd. Absolutely absurd. The censor keeps saying that the Nie family bullies the clan. But this petition clearly records when who drove someone to death, when Bao is deep in gambling debts, and when Long abused his wife. Is this what you call moral integrity? The Nie family manages the estate, donating to the army every year. Such loyalty and patriotism, such a remarkable woman managing the household, and you slander her like this? Hear my edict. The censor, for making false accusations, is demoted 3 ranks. The 3 Wen elders, for inciting the clan, are to receive 20 heavy lashes, reward Ni Shuangyue with 100 taels of gold, 1,000 bolts of brocade, and grant her the title of Lady Zhenyi.
A message came from the countryside. Kui Zhao has returned to the capital.
Return to the capital? It seems the muddy fields of the countryside haven't tamed his spirit after all.
This Kui Zhao, instead of farming properly in the countryside, what is he doing back in the capital? Is he tired of living? Does he want me to send him off again?
I don't know. But since he dared come back despite the ban, he must have some leverage.
Grand Madam, First Madam, Kui Shizi no, Kui Zhao is at the gate insisting on entering. He says he wants to see you both.
Ni Shuangyue, I brought a Lian back. She's dead. Just because she looked 70% like you, just because I made her your substitute, she fell ill from depression. And passed away cold and alone.
Cui Zhao, your wife died in the countryside. You should take her to the ancestral graves. Or bring her back to the Cui family. Sending her to my general's mansion, what is the meaning of this?
What is the meaning of this? It's all because of you. If you hadn't intentionally painted that portrait to deceive me, I wouldn't have ended up like this. If you hadn't schemed, Qin Yue wouldn't have married my father. I wouldn't have been exiled to the countryside. And A Lian wouldn't have died. Ni Shuangyue, you are the one to blame. All of this, it's all your fault.
Kui Zhao, you are utterly insane. You mistook your benefactor, kidnapped a relative by marriage, and now even your wife's death, you blame on others.
Qin Yue, I know you hate me. You even married my father to humiliate me. But everything I did was all because I love you. Back then, in the rockery, when the whole world was bullying me, you comforted me. You gave me the hope to live. In this life, my heart, Kui Zhao's heart, only has room for you alone.
Kui Zhao, I'll say this one last time. Back then, in the rockery, the one who comforted you was Shuangyu. The one who painted that portrait was also Shuangyu.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Even if she painted it, so what? For 10 years, I stared at that painting, and the person I thought about was always you. Why can't you just turn around and look at me? What part of me is inferior to that old-fashioned father of mine? Inferior to that womanizing bore?
Kui Zhao, you're inferior in every way. Your father may be evil, but at least, he has the guts to admit his own evil. Wen Zheng may have changed his heart in the end. But at least he once treated me sincerely. But you are cowardly and incompetent, obsessed to the point of madness. You live your whole life in a fantasy of your own making. You can't even tell who you truly love. You just can't. A person like you doesn't deserve to love anyone at all. What a lunatic. Even facing death, he still comes to disgust us.
Sister. I feel like things aren't that simple. Kui Zhao risking his life to return to the capital this time is probably not just to settle scores with us. It's not that simple.
You're right. This is when he's most likely to bite. We need to have someone watch him closely. See what dirty tricks he's hiding.
Sure.
Ni Shuang Yue, this is only the beginning. Gentlemen, I, Kui Zhao, have a miserable fate. Those Ni sisters are no weak women. They're clearly Rakshasas in human skin.
Nephew Chui, you've been wronged. That Ni Qingyue controls the Duke's mansion and even drove you, her own son, out. That's truly too much.
They, for the sake of seizing the family property, would do anything. This is the evidence I painstakingly gathered. Wen Zheng's death on the battlefield was suspicious. It was because Ni Shuangyue secretly poisoned him. And my father was even more so, by that woman Ni Qingyue, slowly poisoned to death.
Murdering her husband. This is outrageous. His Majesty values filial piety above all. If this is true, they will die without a burial place.
Tomorrow at the morning court, I ask all you officials to submit a joint petition, for my poor murdered father and General Wen, seek justice.
That Kui Zhao is asking for death. Back then, I should have just strangled him with a rope. How dare he cook up such a head-losing lie, slandering us.
Sister, don't worry. This time he's come back with everything on the line. If we make a move now, it'll make us look guilty. Since he loves acting so much, why not play along? Let him put on this big show. Then when the evidence is placed before His Majesty, we can catch them all at once. Leave him no chance to turn around.
You're so clever, little sister. Good, let him strut around for a few more hours. I want to see what tricks this buffoon can pull off.
Your Majesty, I wish to impeach first-rank noble Lady Ni and Grand Madam Kui. These two women are ruthless. To seize the family property, they successively murdered their own husbands, Wen Zheng and Kui Ming.
Murdering their husbands? Do you have evidence? Your Majesty, the evidence is conclusive. I beg your Majesty to seek justice for these two loyal officials. Thoroughly investigate this matter.
Your Majesty, what Kui Zhao says is completely false. My husband, Kui Minga, died of illness. Back then, the imperial physician's diagnosis records prove it. The prescriptions and medical records are all kept in the imperial hospital. General Wen Zheng died for the country, fallen on the battlefield. Tens of thousands of soldiers in the whole army can testify, with just a few slanderous words. You want to slander a first-rank noble lady and a duchess? Your intentions are worthy of execution. You deserve death by slow slicing.
Your Majesty, I have evidence. I have witnesses.
Your Majesty, this humble one saw with his own eyes.
The two grand madams. Now we have both witnesses and evidence. They identify your murder process. What do you have to say?
Your Majesty, hearts can be bought, but true feelings cannot be deceived. The lives of these witnesses are in someone else's hands. Naturally, they only say what their master wants to hear. Bring them in.
Your Majesty, it's this scoundrel. He kidnapped my whole family, forced my family to come to court and lie. He threatened us, Your Majesty. If we didn't commit perjury, he would beat my whole family.
Your Majesty, have mercy. Kui Zhao forced us. There was no poison in the medicine. He wanted to get revenge on the two ladies.
Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Kui Zhao. How dare you, right under my nose, orchestrate perjury and frame their families. Guards. Take Kui Zhao and these traitors and throw them in jail.
Ni Xuanyue, Ni Qingyue, don't get too cocky. I still have a trump card. This is my father, Kui Minghe's final letter, written in his own hand. Every word records all of Ni Qingyue's crimes. Did you really think the dirty things you did could be hidden forever?
That old bastard Kui Minga even had this trick up his sleeve on his deathbed.
The letter not only records Kui Minghe's various illegal activities during his life, but also mentions that Ni Qingyue likely targeted him. Madam Kui, what do you have to say in your defense?
Your Majesty, regardless of the letter's authenticity, even if the handwriting is real, it only proves that Kui Minghe knew he was guilty and was paranoid. Kui Minghe used to buy properties outside and imprison women there, and harm innocent people. His actions were ruthless and inhuman, heinous and evil. If my sister did strike, it was for those poor women, a righteous act. Killing such a traitor to the nation is not a crime.
You have no respect for the law.
Even if he is guilty, he should be judged by the law. What kind of nonsense is this?
If Madam really killed him, that's a blessing for the capital.
Court is adjourned. We'll reconvene another day.
I never expected that old bastard Kui Minga, even before death, would try to drag me down with him.
Sister, don't worry. It's not the worst yet. The evidence against Cui Ming is real. Even if His Majesty wants to punish, he must first calm the public outrage. Besides, we still have the testimonies of those women and the umbrella of the people. This is our backup.
You're right. But I feel this isn't so simple. Kui Zhao was banished to the countryside to farm, with no money. How did he get his hands on that letter? Behind this, there's probably someone stirring the pot.
Kui Zhao. I've just ascended the throne. The old roots in the court run too deep. The Kui and Wen family's achievements overshadow the throne. If you can help me completely bring down the Nie sisters, rip open a crack in the old official's power, I will not only pardon you, I will also return the duke's title to you.
I, your guilty subject, will serve your majesty with utmost loyalty.
Have you heard? Those two sisters not only murdered their husbands, but also are involved in the old military pay scandal.
His Majesty is furious. It seems the general's mansion and the duke's mansion are both going down.
We guessed right. The new emperor isn't after punishing us. He's using the mad Kui Zhao to uproot us old official families entirely. What he wants is to take back the military power and titles of the Kui and Wen families.
Want to move against me, Ni Qingyu? Not so easy. Worst case, we'll go down fighting. No one gets out alive.
Sister, don't be impulsive. The new emperor is waiting for us to slip up, so he can legally confiscate our property. Fighting head-on is suicide. We need to come up with a plan that can both preserve our reputation and make the new emperor hesitate, so he dares not touch us. Sister, do you remember Kui Minghe and that secret house where women were imprisoned?
Of course I remember. I personally raided that place. Inside, not only concrete evidence of his corruption, but also ledgers of collusion with most of the powerful officials in court. Most importantly, those women, whose fathers are now among the new emperor's close advisors.
Kui Minghe's final letter. I have read it over and over. Lady Kui executed a high-ranking official privately no matter the reason. It's a disregard for the law. Today, I must give the Kui family and the world an answer.
Your subject, Ni Shuangyue, has something to say. Your Majesty, wait. I have something that concerns the court's integrity and beg you to read it. In this box are all the bribes Kui Minghe took and the evidence of his murders. And the final testimonies of those women he imprisoned and tortured.
Secret chambers, imprisoning officials' daughters. This is outrageous.
Your Majesty, Kui Minghe is guilty of countless crimes, each one punishable by death. What my sister did wasn't personal revenge, it was ridding the people of evil. It was purifying the court for your Majesty. It was truly carrying out justice. Not only is she innocent, but she has rendered great service to the state. Your Majesty, Kui Minghe loved keeping records. Over the years, which ministers he had dealings with, how much silver went to whose mansion, it's all written down clearly. If your majesty truly wants to investigate my sister in the name of the law, then everyone in these ledgers would have to be investigated, too. By then, in this court, few would be left standing.
This woman is threatening me. If I really investigate, half the court would be empty. How could I keep my throne steady?
Your Majesty, these are all fake. These two viperous women forged them to escape guilt. They want to blackmail the officials. Your Majesty, please see clearly.
Forged. Kui Zhao, you're such an actor. Do you dare say you knew nothing about your father's dirty deeds? You, his eldest son, living in comfort every day at the mansion, watching those women being tortured. Not only doing nothing, but using your father's name to bully others outside. The one aiding the wrongdoer is you, Kui Zhao. So tell me, what punishment do you deserve?
Kui Minghe's sins are grave. Every single one constitutes 3 crimes. Although Madame Ni used private punishment, considering she rid the world of evil for justice, there are mitigating circumstances. I will not pursue this matter.
Long live the Emperor.
That traitor Kui Zhao, insane and cruel, spread rumors, slandering a first-rank noble lady, guards. Strip him of all titles and positions, throw him into the imperial prison, never to be released.
Old madam, there's a woman from the countryside outside asking to see you. She says her name is Alian.
Alian? Wasn't she supposed to have died on the farm? Quick, invite her in.
Yes.
Alian, a commoner. Thanks the madam, and Madame Ni for saving my life. What was in that bottle wasn't a lethal poison, but a fake death potion that makes one appear dead for 3 days.
So it was your plan, sister. Alian, don't thank us. Thank yourself. You came to your senses, willing to shed this shell and live again. Take these hundreds of silver taels. Stay far away from the capital. Find someone who truly cares for you. This medicine works well. Look at your face, so much rosier.
Old madam, first lady, bad news. Shocking news from the palace, the emperor is going to reduce the fiefs.
This young emperor is really pushing his luck. Last time, we already gave him plenty of face, but instead, he not only withdrew troops and withheld salaries, but also dares to send an imperial envoy to help manage the family estate. He says, assist, but clearly, he's just sending a spy to keep an eye on our assets. What more does he want?
Sister, don't worry. This day, from the moment he ascended the throne, was bound to come. The new emperor is young and hot-headed, he doesn't tolerate any disobedience. Since he has the ambition to conquer the world, how could he tolerate us entrenched old officials and our families continuing to grow powerful? Look, these princes with heavy troops are now thorns in the new emperor's side. He just wants to make an example to warn those princes. If we resist now, that's defying the imperial decree. That gives him a legitimate excuse to send troops and wipe us out.
Then what do? Do we just cower and let that young upstart butcher us?
Of course not. The Wen family and the Cui family have given up some military power, but our prestige in the army and our old subordinates can't be taken away by a mere piece of paper. Direct confrontation won't do any good, but we can ally with the other cornered princes and put pressure on the capital together. More importantly, we need to exploit his weakness.
Weakness? He's an emperor, what weakness could he have?
Reputation. The new emperor just ascended the throne. What he cares most about is the criticism of the literati. We can take how he burned bridges, how he indulged personal grudges on his wedding day, how he suppressed the descendants of founding heroes and turned them into stories to spread around. I want everyone to see how this emperor has treated the families of those who bled and died.
Great idea. When it comes to spreading news, the retainers of my ducal mansion are not to be underestimated. Let's do it. Everyone, the Emperor's sword is already at our throats. Today he strips the Kui and Wen families. Tomorrow it will be you. If we don't unite, the titles handed down from our ancestors will likely become worthless.
Madam Ni is right. Then let's submit a joint petition.
Joint petition.
Have you heard? The Emperor is even taking over the general's mansion guarding the border. That's really unfair.
Indeed, ungrateful. Doesn't that demoralize everyone?
They are pushing me too far.
Your Majesty, urgent border report. The Xiongnu are launching a full-scale invasion. The border is in peril. The garrison has suffered over half casualties.
By my decree, order the veteran general to march out.
Your Majesty, most of the generals claim to be ill at home. They say, their estates are too well managed. They have no desire to fight.
Summon Lady Nie and Lady Zhenyi to the court.
Your Majesty, now the Xiongnu are at our gates, the border is under threat, yet the court has no generals to deploy. The Great Qing is in danger.
You two ladies, speak your minds directly. No need to beat around the bush.
Your Majesty is straightforward. We sisters are not unreasonable. We can voluntarily surrender some military power, and also reduce our stipends. But we have two conditions.
What conditions? Name them.
First, please, Your Majesty, immediately stop suppressing the descendants of meritorious officials. Restore their rightful ranks and benefits.
Second, appoint General Wen's former subordinates as Grand Generals, especially to lead troops against the Xiongnu. To protect our territory.
The first condition. Restore the treatment of the nobility. I can grant that. But the second condition. If I let General Wen's former subordinates regain command of tens of thousands of elite troops, wouldn't that be akin to letting the tiger return to the mountain? Who will protect my empire then?
Your Majesty's concerns are valid. I, your humble subject, dare to suggest that the families of the generals going on campaign all remain in the capital at Your Majesty's disposal. Moreover, we two sisters are also willing to reside in the palace as hostages by the Empress Dowager's side. As long as the border is not pacified, we sisters will not leave the palace.
Both ladies, truly brave, resourceful, and wise. By my decree, halt the reduction of fiefs, restore all noble titles. Order General Li, former subordinate of Wen Zheng, to immediately lead troops against the Xiongnu. No delays. The border is secure. A great fortune for me. Lady Zhenyi, née Ni, loyal and patriotic, able in household management, is hereby promoted to loyal and righteous lady. Lady Kui, née Ni, fearless in danger, wise and brave, is appointed as virtuous and wise lady.
News from the imperial prison, Kui Zhao is dead.
Dead?
Yes. He sat there day after day, melancholy and joyless. Half a month ago, he fell gravely ill. He didn't make it.
Qingyue. No, Shuangyue. My painting.
This poor soul never figured out who was the real bane of his life.
Yes, his whole life living in the obsession he wove himself. How pathetic.
Have you heard? One's gone missing from the Imperial prison. I think it's that former heir of the Q family.
Why bring him up? That kind of crazy, vicious person. He's as good as dead anyway. There's always something new to see in the capital.
Shwang, take a break. Guess what? I heard something interesting outside today.
Sister, your news every day is even faster than the shadow guards.
Do you remember those women that Kui Mingo once imprisoned in that secret mansion?
Of course I remember. Why bring them up all of a sudden?
They've made something of themselves now. The one with the most stubborn temper has now actually married this year's top scholar. The most impressive is the book-loving one. She's become a female teacher at the academy, teaching and educating students.
They've finally emerged from that shadow. Living the life they want.
Grandma, look! The teacher said I ranked first in the whole academy this time.
Grandma, look at the fairy Yair drew. Isn't it pretty?
Good. My winner has such literary talent. And Yair paints like a dream. You're both the best.
Shwang, you're so lucky, having children to dote on. Not like me, who's been restless my whole life, in the end, all alone, don't even have anyone to argue with.
Sister, don't talk nonsense. If you like, you're always welcome to stay. My children are your children too, aren't they?
Shwang, tell me, if you hadn't thrown the embroidered ball to me that year, what would we be like now?
Maybe I'd still be in that cold, Kui mansion, staying with someone who doesn't love me, wasting my life away. Luckily, this time, we've both become who we wanted to be.
You bet. Men, power and money are more reliable. Come on, I heard Tianxiang Tower has a new play. Let's go watch it together.
The karma and obsessions in this world are no match for being clear-headed in the end.